Hey guys, we're here back with LView, episode 11, and we're sitting down with an awesome guy named Jack. Yes, Jack. So Jack, there's the Nutcracker that's going to be coming up and you're in it. Tell me more about that.
This will probably be like either 6th or 7th time I've done it.
Wow.
I probably might end up being Drosselmeyer and more than likely the Sugar Plum Cavalier once again. We usually do it at the Austin Waldorf School. They have like a super nice campus, and you know what? The campus is it's so awesome. I'm on the campus for the first day, and I'm like, why didn't I grow up here? But anywho, yeah, they have a nice theater, and that's usually where it takes place.
So were you in the Nutcracker?
Yeah, I was in Nutcracker too.
She was in the Nutcracker too.
But I never got to play a big role like Jack.
Well, that's because it's Jack.
I know.
I mean,
Tell us about Blue Lapis Light. I know you besides, do ballet, you're also hanging upside down on the walls of buildings.
Yet another thing I got curious about. Aerial, I don't really do the silks. Well, at least not yet. I imagine that'll come pretty soon.
Wow.
But it's mostly like harness work. And the first experience I had with that was this, the holiday show that usually happens at the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. Really fun. Did it for the first time. Just not too high in the air, maybe like 8 to 10 feet off the ground. It was nice. Just like you're just tied to like a rope with the kind of like a diaper thing, and then you're just flying around. The next performance after that, they put us in the IBC Bank building on the 13th story. And on the first day on the set, I'm walking. It didn't hit me going up the elevator. It didn't hit me going onto the actual building, but I'm walking up to the edge, and that's when it hit me. I'm like, maybe I could probably reconsider. But the co-director was just trying to talk me through it, and she did. And then even still, like my feet is leaving the edge, and I'm shook. And she's like, just don't. And I'm just like grabbing the rope for dear life. She's like, the equipment is fine. You're holding on to nothing. Like, oh. And then that's when the fun started happening.
What did you ever think? It's like, one second I started with breakdancing. Now I'm hanging. My life is hanging off a thread on what, the 13th floor?
I'll just stick to the Nutcracker part. When is the next show that you're doing?
Edge of Grace is going to happen in October. I think from like the 12th to the 17th. I believe so. Now that show is like not on a building at all. It's pretty much on their property, and it's like multiple stacks. And that's a show that precedes my time, so I'm pretty much going in there more or less blind.
So where can we find more info on your work?
Instagram at House Dunlap. That's
cool.
Pretty much we're gonna dump all the photos.
Well, thank you guys for watching LView. We'll definitely be back with more, and see you guys later.
6 people outside who say they're waiting to meet with me.
So, you know how you love me because you haven't had a single meeting with anyone since I became your assistant? That's because every time someone requests a meeting with you, I always schedule it for March 31st.
Why?
Because I didn't think March 31st existed.
Today is March 31st.
I know.
So then how many meetings do I have today?
93.
Okay.
Hey you guys, it's me, LV, and this is Lena, and we're back with Miss Boy.
Hi.
And I heard that you're part of a program called Tilt.
Well, it's Tilt Performance Group,
Okay.
and it's a theater company for people with disabilities. It's an inclusive company in every sense of the word, in that we welcome all kinds of people and all kinds of labels and disabilities. So a lot of theater companies for people with disabilities are like for people with specific diagnosis, where we have a full spectrum of people come and be. And to our main focus is to shadow stereotypes about people living with disabilities.
When I was growing up, I was always kind of pushed away because most people didn't want to have to deal with my disability. So, because I have a learning disability, so it's always been difficult to kind of fit in.
I mean, I identified it as ADD and not ADHD because I'm more sloth-like. I don't have much of the H, I'm not very hyper. But dyslexic, one time I got a diagnosis of being on the spectrum, which made so much sense to me. So there's all these ways that I don't fit in any one of those categories, but when I'm with my peers who also have those labels, I'm like, okay, I'm with my peeps. I know where I am.
What is it that you think you see differently from like let's just say normal average person?
Well, I think that it's everyone in Tilt, because we have so many different disabilities, comes at it from a different way. And what we see differently is that very often we're on the outside, like you're talking about. We do a lot of watching. For some of our Tilt members who are blind, they kind of be invisible because people don't know how to deal and talk to people who are blind. And well, with any disabilities, there's all those things that, like my friends who use wheelchairs, who are grown women, you know, the people will meet them and talk to their person pushing the chair or their caregiver, and not to them, and really treat them like children. So we get to automatically be on the outside, which gives you automatically a different perspective. But also those of us that are neuroatypical, we always see things differently. I mean, we're always a little bit off the mainstream groove of normal, whatever that is. Part of my purpose is to present, this is what a minister can look like. This is what a woman can look like.
So where can we find more of your work, Boy?
Well, Tilt Performance is at tiltperformance.org. And also ArtSpark Texas, which works with the same population, is artsparktx.org.
We'll be back with more here on LView. Keep watching. Bye.
Lena, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, LV. Check out my new t-shirt.
New t-shirt?
Oh
What?
my gosh. Yes, look, it's by Austin
T-shirt, wow.
Oh, I love it. Woohoo! Do you like it? Like it?
What?
Oh
My
God.
shirt has a
Feel
hole.
it. Feel it. Feel it.
But my shirt has a hole though.
It's $20. It's
$20?
Yeah. You like it? You like it?
Yeah, but my shirt has a hole. I want a new t-shirt.
Yeah, I think you should get a new t-shirt.
Well, check this out. Check me out now. Yo, new t-shirt, new label, I'm all cool, you know, of course, LV like always.
But there's one thing.
What?
That is not for sale.
Nothing. Hey!
Hey guys, it's me LV, and this is Lena, and we're back with an awesome singer and songwriter, Christy.
We were talking about a few of your favorite pop
Yes.
rocks, right? Women
Yes.
singers.
Yes.
And so who are they?
One is, it's Avril Lavigne,
Which we covered.
and then I can't say her Evanescence.
Evanescence. It is a hard word to say.
It's a hard name to say.
Evanescence.
You know?
It's like the fluorescence, but evanescence. So she does belts, for sure, especially in the part where she's like, bring me to life, right? She's belting there.
Yes.
But then she does these beautiful, like, how can you see into my eyes like open doors, right? So that's totally different style than belting. I mean, it's like, that is like open throat, in the back of your throat, right? And then it's like you're on the out breath. You're basically exhaling and singing at the same time.
Oh, I don't know how people do that.
So like,
that's
hi,
some
my name
coordination.
is Lena. Hi, my name is Christy. It's kind of like the yoga instructors. They're always talking on the out breath. It sounds way more relaxed, actually.
Oh.
If you give it a try. Try just breathing out and talking.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
What albums are you working on specifically that's yours?
So I have my first album, Find Yourself, and I'm actually still like releasing instrumental versions from that album and like karaoke tracks because I want to encourage other people to sing my songs in like a karaoke style. I have Angelgrams, and that was a song every week. So I was just kind of releasing, like writing a song in 1 week and then like releasing it like right away.
That's
And
fast.
so that was like 12 weeks of like really intense songwriting.
You did this to yourself, right? And there's
Yeah.
nobody
Nobody
signed
helped
it to you.
No.
Nobody.
No, well, I hired a producer to help me release the songs, because what happens as a songwriter is that you just get really like, you overproduce and you overthink the songs. So the whole goal of the album was, what happens if you only have 1 week and you just release it?
Yeah.
So some of those songs, you know, I might go back and make like second revisions versions of them, but honestly a lot of it turned out really beautiful, and it was more popular like than my first album, which is so crazy to me. That it was encouraging to know that you don't have to spend a whole lot of time making an album for it to be really good and feel good for people.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And where can we find more of your work?
ChristySubieta.com. Hopefully you can find that on the social links and everything. But you can find both of those albums there, and there's also an album I'm working on for pre-order right now, and that's Fantasy World Soundscapes. So I've never done something like this before. This is where it's all instrumental, and it's all meant to be in movies. So like for background music for certain scenes. So I want all of the filmmakers to listen to this and feel inspired, and if they want other things, like other scenes, to contact me and say, hey, I'm looking for something like this, in this scene, with this feeling, this emotion, and I can just produce it. I just finished my, my recording studio, which is in my walk-in closet. So it's like the walk-in studios. So I'm like really excited about producing quickly and efficiently, like in there, you know, engineer. So yeah.
So if anybody ever needs like background music, you're the person to turn to.
Absolutely. Like if you're trying to make a movie and you're like, I need this specific music with this feeling, then I can try to work with that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Fantasy World Soundscapes, you can see like samples of all of that music, and it's out for pre-order, but there's some like tracks that you can download right now that are there. So it's on Bandcamp. So that's ChristySubieta.bandcamp.com, which I'll put on the website, so you'll be able to find it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for watching, you guys. We'll be back with more. Just keep watching, keep liking, keep following.